Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative News Update. I'm your host, Nathaniel. Rajkumar. Today, I'm highlighting news from Jamaica. Families displaced by Hurricane Melissa will soon receive modular homes following the arrival of a major shipment of prefabricated units in Jamaica. The housing initiative is managed by the NHT, which secured an emergency contract valued at $3.1 billion with the Chinese firm Jiangsu Zhenhuai Construction Group. The deal covers the purchase and delivery of 2,500 foldable housing units. Boy, I just hope it could really withstand at least the normal storms, and definitely not hurricanes, I doubt. Normal storms, and what about flooding and so forth. But it's better, something is better than nothing, eh? At least I'm very sure people will be very thankful for that and having to continue to live in a shelter. You know what? You can imagine how it feels to be living in a shelter for so long, boy. My goodness, boy. Wow. I thank God. I thank God for his mercies in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm not boasting about it because a storm could very well hit Trinidad at any point in time, but I'm grateful thus far. The deal covers the purchase and delivery of 2,500 foldable housing units designed to provide fast, reliable shelter to those homeless after the Category 5 storm hit the island. I tell you, I saw videos, I believe up to earlier this year. Entire villages, certain areas underwater. It was really crazy to see, boy. To date, 1,500 of the 2,500 units have already landed on the island, with the remaining 1,000 scheduled to arrive by September. Well, that's right there. So that's still good news. I'm sure people can't wait. Can't wait to get out of those shelters. NHT Deputy General Manager for Corporate Affairs, Dwayne Burbick, confirmed that the supply chain and delivery schedule remain on track, stating that expenditure remains strictly within budget without any contract changes. The units are intended for distribution across the 5 worst affected parishes. Go into the rural areas. Don't just study the urban areas and the suburbs and so forth. The rural areas, people were basically abandoned to that extent. A lot of private citizens had to go and actually assist them. I'm not living there, so I can't say that for sure that they were totally abandoned by the government. But I'm just saying, I saw a lot of videos earlier this year, and there was a lot of people, fellow citizens, that had to take it up on their own to be able to go and assist those individuals in the rural areas. So NHT Deputy General Manager for Corporate Affairs, Dwayne Burbick, confirmed that the supply chain and delivery schedule remain on track, stating that expenditure remains strictly within budget without any contract changes. Let's just hope so. Money they just end up having to spend for some kind of reason or the other. The units are intended for distribution across the 5 worst affected parishes, including Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, St. James, Trelawney, and Hanover. The NHT chose the foldable modular home model after assessing local, regional, and international building options. As I said before, I hope it's safe for people, and at least it will last for a while. Officials highlighted that these units offer quick setup, portability, and strong structural safety ratings, including resistance to wind. Well, that means most likely, can't be that it had galvanized and things like that. Because if it galvanized, it will still blow away. So resistance to wind, that is good. That is really good to hear. Earthquakes and high heat. All right, so you want people to end up baking inside the place. Jiangsu Zhenhuai Construction Group was chosen for a pool of suppliers due to its ability to manufacture and deliver the homes on short notice. The company also holds active local infrastructure contracts, including construction work at Spanish Town Hospital and Maypen Hospital. While the emergency agreement covers the supply and shipment of the units, actual setup process is being managed separately by multiple government agencies. Don't take $1 million to build up the people's homes, eh? All righty then. As a result, the NHT has noted that it cannot provide an exact count of how many homes have been fully constructed or handed over to families. So, you see what I'm talking about? Hey boy. Don't tell me people have to live a whole other year waiting, in a shelter, The overall initiative aims to support relief efforts to thousands of citizens who have been living in temporary shelters or damaged housing since the storm struck last year. Local contractors and alternative housing suppliers have also expressed strong interest in supporting long-term housing recovery. The NHT's technical team has begun evaluating these proposals and is building a verified database of potential local vendors for future emergency projects. For now, government agencies are focused on speeding up the ground setup of the incoming shipments so affected families can move into stable living spaces. Wonderful news for the people after a whole year of having to live in a shelter. Wow.
Trinidad and Tobago weather report for Friday, August 21, 2026. Friday, August 21, 2026 in Trinidad and Tobago will bring variably cloudy and breezy conditions with maximum daytime temperatures reaching around 31 degrees Celsius to 33 degrees Celsius and dipping to an overnight low of 24 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. The day features periods of sunshine interrupted by scattered showers according to the official Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service outlook. There remains a low 20% to 30% chance of a localized heavy shower or afternoon thunderstorm primarily favoring western parts of Trinidad and hilly areas. In the event of a heavy downpour, gusty winds and brief street flooding are possible. Breezy conditions are expected out of the east to northeast to east to southeast at speeds of 15 to 35 km per hour. Seas will remain slight to moderate in open waters with waves near 1.5 meters and below 1.0 meter in sheltered areas. Psalm 39 1-4. I said to myself, I will watch my ways and keep my tongue from sin. I will put a muzzle on my mouth as long as the wicked are in my presence. So I remained utterly silent, not even speaking of good things, but my anguish increased. My heart grew hot within me. While I meditated, the fire burned, and then I spoke with my tongue. Show me, Lord, my life's end and the number of my days. Let me know how fleeting my life is.
Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news update. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe most of all. In Jesus' name.